영모바에 뉴빈사와 자와 임베드류야 다서브리 교남전에 상계소나 유랑 나라도 예브르샤와 하나 주요동 제대나 대질놈을 잡아 강수도 내내되게 저기 잡아 예녀번도와 대단지 나에게 너무 저기 루모노담에게는 로군이라게 뭐 저기는 나게 주는 강게 되지로 와서 가보면 예매와 저보면 너매고 오면 저매고 도대체면 주변이 지내 뭐 무슨 예만은 게 담아달라 저한테로 강게 누르니 전에 나오는데 뭐 담배 주네 저저 뭐 담대라 저저 아니 지전에 동양배 도스잖아요. 오늘도 저알치는 체제. 지전에 내든지 돌아야 뒤지는 뭐 오셔야 되나? 그냥 옆으로 잘지 용식으로 봐. 인도스 아파트 봐 규르지. 도시하는 점으로서.
Maybe we can continue with the questions and answers because if I talk on one point for a long time, maybe you'll get bored. So the questions are various, so therefore maybe it's better that we answer those questions. There are lots of questions, so we have picked up some of the interesting ones. The first question we have selected is, how do you explain reincarnation to people who are completely unfamiliar with Buddhist logic and teachings or concepts? The reincarnation, that took the Yonsiti, then he chutani, Mishikachil condition.
Too much sign. I don't know.
The reincarnation. How do you explain reincarnation to somebody who doesn't have any Buddhist culture, logic?
아니 다들이야 부디스 culture logic sure 뭐래
Buddhist logic 하무고 괜찮아요.
네.
Buddhist 그 background 하무고 같아서 컨디션이스.
지당기 교황을 지사디 이 부디스 로직을 시라면 비슷해. 지당계가 아주 초에 나오야. 아주 초와 중다로 지시합니다. 소수에게 가서 예서로 세미예서로 되지. 아니 라다 카체도 사네. 되게 텐도 자원으로 지리야. 지당나다 라다 카체사. 카체사로 니냐 통동지 텐도 카체하면 임비지. 송부로 통동지 가르 스미유세라고 해서 넘버 쉐버스는다 라스는다. 그래야지 송부를 지여버리지 상매지 답이 미리 망보지기 배나 가서다 수균나로도 수용되게 하네 이 용도의 균센데 수균상도 맞습니다 디산들이 용되게 하네 내 세문나를 지금에서 세문나 송부에서 이렇게 싫어 그 가라서 카체서 때는 매바지 아주 삼이네 삼 유튜브 난 늦지게 랑기 가서니서디 대도 카차가 자원은 요마르스 루드사 디삼미도 삼미회방 드리비치 쳐도 드리는 미지 상면 나는 단통이 되지 손보로 주의해서 되게 좋아지 고도 근데 매미는 아주 배 동해도 치고 하네요 드리는 산다데 빠지지 가서다 교황같이 yueme cheche ko kashu da nambe gi shene ma shene ko na mi ma bu ji gi rengxin be choya na lo ya de yong de wa de ju sa ne de kashu de ji che ni bo de zhe ling to le ya di sang nga zhe be nga zhe ta jie xia ba nga zhe wo zhe xia ba de zhe mo ma zhe ni ju sa sa ma bu yong de ya le la ba du qin ri de zu ya ge du sa ne ni ju nga gu gyu ri ba la di sang be ka shui ji na de zu zhe xie jia tong ge de che ga le de ni ju sa ne nga zhe da de bo do be ta jie xia ba cong lu li ya yi xie qian jia ba那可能这不里的古旧，你是忙不起的病就啥，我说这些节目都忙不起的病就啥，体育这样的点呢，我说他这都是教我是啥了不当，俺大的是忙，那对忙不起的呀，他说体重计是的是嘛多呗，他这都的每个人去，这些出来的，历史上好很多什么都是，俺他话都提升怎么领导的呀，是教我是成年的，对，但不，起码忙不用的话嘞，对，啊，就拿不起过嘛嘞，可以没着，真做不了，可以，没着就拿了的呀，你这没着，叔拿了的呀，用的话嘞，对你这个的呀，啊，所以这他说，你做不灵气，他说，他当啊，所以这些也没得呗。你就什么了？他你这个产来怕啥的什么都呗，他这种人的人的嘛的，就是写出来没没说不是，他你就差点了。
Generally speaking, when we talk about the reincarnation or rebirth or life after, for instance, not just from the Buddhist point of view or Buddhist logic, but generally. Then one thing which is very common to most of the people, regardless of what are their beliefs or not, that we feel that when somebody dies or when somebody is dead, we feel that they are somehow still present somewhere. And we don't feel that it's kind of possible to have completely gone or completely separated from us. We have a very strong feeling that there is still something kind of lively or alive or something there, because most probably we do not want or we can't have the thought that we are completely all the time forever kind of separated. Because if we feel that we are forever separated and cannot kind of meet again, that brings too much suffering for the people whom we love. So this feeling is kind of very universal. There are lots of this feeling very strongly everywhere, whichever background or the culture of country or people there may be. That's one thing. And secondly, in this world, they're continuously, discovering new things, and some things that we have kind of decided not possible earlier, again, through research or through different ways, we find that that is possible. So there are many things that people kind of decided or thought that this cannot be, was later discovered that it can be like that. And it seems to me the case of life after and life death is also something like that, that it's possible to have doubt about, but it's not possible to completely, decide that it is not possible. It's something that at least there should be doubt about it. Then thirdly, there are lots of people who remember or who think that they remember their past lives. And this is not something only happening in Buddhist countries or among the people who believe in the life after or life before, but all different kind of people, all different kind of countries. There are lots of people who have this experience of believing that they remember their past lives. And this is something that we cannot, or people cannot totally explain. So therefore, probably this has to go into that category where people cannot still explain fully. So therefore had to go in this category where we have to put at least under doubt.
Sorry. 나바상계에 경험하지. 예와 주야데 조 가수에다. 베네지 심 집에 게임을 타고 버리지. 집에 타매와 게임을 타고 버리지. 게임을 타베. 게임을 타베 집에디 리과당 디규리에 시바스나는 리과스나다. 시바테다. 중국나서 우만 중국 마다도 우변서 옥시즌 섬을 디디 랑의 징정아마 그런데 시바이네 시베리 징정아마 우이네 우기인네 아마라 아마라 대범해가 자네요 말았어 가래서는 그냥 우중국이 징정아마를 마대봐 우중국이 영아메아버리 시바이네 징정아마를 마대봐 아야 말았어 진짜가 다 뒤나는 잡에 시바티 tendewe ta chiba kema thambe gyuli yebe ke shiba de shiba rang da rig jawe do gyung ama chi ngwa do songa da de ne ani kema da bis kare ko jibora was ngobo kaso gyunde ra sinje gyunde tuen chengi ngobo shiba was tende yime indusa ti gyunze ne de ne rang ring ama ngwa do do les 진짜가 rinjang amadi 아니 rigba 사는 건데지래 세점 rig점 용점 진짜가 차지리야 rigba 시바스 알아서 근데 인주사는 텐트에 시리 기차 용점 그 차셔디 년랭이 교함 랑가 rinjang amala 수진 자는 제스 말았어 가르쳐 미투미 규차는 거를 윤재인 튠버지 고아라고 정신 튠버지만 정신 미듬비 드부젠 드마스 관아들은 년내 제통 투룸 년내 가서 제루원 들지 개고요. 드네뉴 엔디셔션
So if we look from the Buddhist logic point of view, can you hear me at the back? Yes? Okay. So if you look from the Buddhist point of view, then the logic is like this. For instance, if you take the case of a child, a baby just born, this baby breathes, and this baby has awareness, a consciousness. Now, the breathing of the baby, the body of the baby, as well as the consciousness of the baby, has to come because of causes and conditions, and these causes and conditions has to be of a similar nature. If is the same quality, same kind of nature. Otherwise, it cannot be. If there is a kind of, if there is no previous similar thing, then it cannot produce the next, the same kind of things. You know, everything that is same kind has its own continuum. And so therefore, it cannot be created something totally different. So therefore, now we take the case of the consciousness of the baby. Now the first, you know, the consciousness that the baby has to be produced also with the same type of causal conditions, which has to be a consciousness. And that consciousness, because, you know, a consciousness is by nature something aware, something clear, something luminous. And if that is not there, then, you know, something that is totally different quality, different type, or different in characteristic, cannot create something totally different. So therefore, something that is awareness or consciousness cannot be something that is just form or material, just a kind of matter. Matter cannot create awareness or consciousness. So therefore, it has to be, you know, the consciousness has to have a similar cause, similar condition, which has to be another consciousness.
Today, you son, Susan in Yelandi, Susan like Shibe Yelan, Susan Shibe Yelan Rungumanas. Or Susan Jiki, Shibe Yelan Chachuyana, Susan Tamse Chemichabayamane, the distribution of Susan Tamse, Karsue, Namsi Dani, Siri the Nichandra Subsi. Deamarva, Susan Tamse.
So
Susan Tamse Karsue. Soja the Nissan and Dando. That's Sosa's the Antene, the city, the Scalahabasha. The Nechan Dakanda, the Negata, Sezam, Rizam, Dani, and Shibati, Rangatate, Luli, Surdu Yavati, Kosa Lossi, Jedi Yavati, and Azunoya Haku. Shibadan, Ribasadi, Kadijis Garsana, Sezam, Rizam, Yonsam, Dani, the Digilia, Shibasi Artists. Then it was series of the Nichang Shibati, the Jigget Rangshin Jende, Rang Luli Kosa you have the answer with no head daughter.
So therefore, you know, the matter, just a matter, has its own kind of continuum. And if that matter turns or can turn into awareness or can produce awareness or consciousness, then everything that is material or every matter has to produce that and has to be awareness and consciousness. But that's not like that. The consciousness or awareness, the mind, by its nature, is something that's knowing, something that is aware, something that can experience. And that kind of that is something that is with us in our body that we can actually experience. We know, we experience that. La.
Yeah. Today, you son, that donor. Yimbian, Tadungyawang is standing. That's that she's a tinge of change. That you been at a so sugi, that you know why in there. Not honestly, she was in that day, Kandar Kashweta. Paji Jiong Channel, Mitamsharolia, Chile Cabin, River Jukar, Dar, Janus, Kasota, Chidan Tesam Shimatabe, a Jiong Gita, Young as you may sade, Kasota, Jebagalam, Jebag, Totuats, Mato Paji, Musungi, that Yuang was soon to see an Amato, Galahabai. And the ladies are Tingas of this gang and cherry. Azuchi Kashui. Actually stakes a Kazan. Kasha. Muzuma.
Muzuma materialistic.
That tender Jipaji Manche, Turin Yuzi, but Jerry Chad Dusane, T. Juzen Dene, Oyan Telea, Muzumi, Yoru came in Dusa, each Akalahabistatua. The that Tabnas all the day, or Kashui, Gom Yamne says, Uncle Shibama. Charoma, Chinji, or Rabe, Shivans Bang, Chinji, and the Charchi, easy to net, dent over Chumbina, the Degolian, Gyangaji, Chayo, Sungu. That is how the day Tolum, the President, Kashi on the door. Kasha been the Tenerife, Kasa. This main guitar, main Dawachua. 지 가셔야 되는 거야. 이 구주, 이 라미나 팀이 가서. 다들 요새들다. 아, 드레시는 나가다 medical some tree. 된다부지래다. 드레시는 터시 나도 돼요. 그래서.
Hypnosis?
I don't know.
So, now generally speaking, this is the general kind of Buddhist logic. There are many, but this is the main kind of point of Buddhist logic, is that the material kind of continuum and the conscious continuum is something separate. Because the conscious continuum is something that is very much based on experience, awareness, and then this clarity in our mind. It is not something that you can actually see or experiment from outside. It's something that can only be experienced. And therefore, it's very difficult for materialistic-minded people to kind of understand that or to demonstrate that, because in this century, the people are much more materialistic, and so it's very difficult to demonstrate it, this fact of the mind continuum. Although there could be different methods, like for instance, traditionally, the meditation is one of the methods. When you meditate, and through meditation, your consciousness, kind of the rough consciousness, gross consciousness, goes deeper, and then more and more, clear and subtle consciousness can be experienced. And at a certain level, then you can actually remember your past lives. So therefore, when you go deeper into your consciousness, in a more subtle level of consciousness, then this can be experienced. It is also sometimes done that, kind of through, you can say, medical science, or through certain, I think he means hypnosis, or some other means that your mind goes deeper, and then, maybe sometimes you can also kind of experience certain memories of the past and things like that. There are some possibilities of this also.
Okay. Finished.
Your Holiness, please could you explain the meaning of the antidote? Antidote, giving victory to others. And could you please give an example? We don't give victory to others,
Actually. Maybe this is not problem. That is the reason.
I think this is two things. There are two things. One is that you actually implement this, that you give victory to the others. And another is you exercise in your mind as a training of the mind, that in your mind you allow your mind to give victory to the others.
Perang azu tonglen gi nyamlen chebe gluya. Ene da karso tomar shengi karso da ji genge batang. Ene dibala so de gi ji na bolo shi na toa seren da ya na bo na ba chi su ran ya ti. Rang gi be swanam da ene be chering wa da ne me wa da la so ba di kal sam bi cha de ba tang xian le ba ti mi ju ren yang le chai ba. De ba ji da For
instance, when we do the Tonglen practice, so we, in our meditation, in our meditative experience, we take on all the negative things of others into us as a kind of something dark, something, pollution or something like that, and we take it on ourselves. And then all our good things, like our positive actions, our health, and all the positive things that we have, we feel that we give it to all others.
This
is a training of the mind.
Okay. Tene, ta ina ya di kashi gi tonglen nyamlen chi du sa. Kashi ya kenza pas de chamban na ding gi ju bi na kashi. chamban na ding gi ju kashi da ji bi ge chamban po ding gi ji kashi. Go na ding gi cha po ding gi ju yi na. Ta de tonglen ju gom du sa na be mi kashi gi tonglen gom shi du sa ka ji so de. 남상에 지 돈에 쉐베인베 남상 고나서 처음 봐서 다음에는 지 합치 잡서 나는 만나 주변에서 해야 돼 마무시해도 다이네 뒤뒤 로종사 저 안에서 봐 로종스 되잖아 드레베 고나 잠시다 아니 차와 잡서 해야 되기 로종 로가 로 정수도 사는 셈을 구조지 야도 드레 뉴스안에 조디 규규 냠내 지단 질리야 랑기 뉴유리야 닝게유들이야베 디 가서 랑진진코什么랑진진코 랑진진베 나마도지 가서 미선게 신케도 써 신케도 써베다 나지 지고를 당가지고 뒤 신다 하르나래 나라지 죽는 수준이지 신다래베 나와시다마다지 체동안 되게 맞습니다 고 정수 흉모토게베 가서 신내야 도지당야 잘지 하려 아 근데 제가 나친 나게베 나마도 숨기면게는 디 말미 나버지 말메들이 나버지 뉴스 곰 대 곰네 안 당기디 가서 생기베 동해다 저보다 아주다 산에 가서 나자던 거 처음에 지금 아주 뒤뒤 쉽지 그래서 답변은지 지당의 최대의 제고도 최대의 대마입니다 나 상부 고도 상바정도 마세요 생기를 써야죠 된 저거만 나 전화주는데 신나다 가르나데 사람 뒤 상부는 저 근데 랑진진 남 생기를 쓰는 게 근데 상부디 그게 마음이 남아 요되면 들려도 동 수련용 주산에 롱나보다면 도와나고 도와나보면 남발이야 수련용 주산 당기디 가서 장진진코 마음이 남아 요되면 세송상 대만 시송 마음에 시송상 디레이션 도나 동네지하데 셈르베 랑그 셈을 구조자지 셈을 유하다 차고로만 헤딩 차소 잡아 잡소 다지페 운에 동네 야부 차소 사로 대양 그래나서 어디 드레이는다 드는다 상기 준비돼 그뒤나 난데 헤딩 장가 차베 바지 다 녜려야 슈고 아주디 참아보디 슈고만